I'm about to tell y'all something that you probably will not like to hear. I think I tell a lot of people a lot of stuff they don't like to hear. But today we're gonna be talking about what fulfills you. So there's many things in this life that you're going through. If you're a younger dude or a younger person, like high school, elementary school, you're going through middle school, high school, and whatnot. And then there comes to a moment you don't know what you want to do after high school. And you're going to have to think about it at one point, what you're going to do after high school. I didn't. I try to live in the moment, but high school is something that for sure will end. Now, let me tell you, when you become an adult and you leave in high school, you're not going to be like having to complete anything. You're not obligated to do anything. Like obviously you have to go to work, or like if you want to keep your job, you're going to have to stay at work every day. If they force you to do overtime, I don't know how that works. I haven't been forced to do overtime because I got things with school. So you are not obligated to do the things that you put yourself into. So nobody's going to automatically sign you up anymore to go to school, right? Unless like your parents are strict or whatever, it's your life. You could literally choose to run away if you wanted to. You could choose to I'm not saying to run away, okay, y'all? I'm not saying to run away. But I'm just saying you have so much freedom to do what you want to do. And you have so many choices, right? Because I was just thinking, okay, you go through the motion, you're going to get what you want, especially if you become a doctor. Like, if you just get the good grades, perform good on the test, whatever you got to do. That's what I want to become. I want to become a pediatrician to help out people. And just, like, it was a well-paying job, and I've always seen it, and being a doctor in the family was a big thing because nobody has accomplished that. But I figured out, come to figure out, it may not be for me. Do I want to do it? Is there that part of me that has that pride of being the first doctor in the faux family, in my family in general? Yeah, there's always that lingering like feeling of wanting to accomplish that, but you got to do what's best for you, right? When you're finding something fulfilling, is that going to fulfill me? Yeah, kind of, to an extent. But I would have lived knowing I had real dreams that don't correspond to that goal. And I didn't try my heart and soul into putting into that. So what are my dreams? Like my dreams is I wanna create stories. I wanna do this and that. That's what I want to do, because it's always been a natural thing for me to do. Like, I don't know, it's crazy. One of my memories that only I could say, and whoever does the state testing, right, for 6th graders or 7th graders, I don't know, that like whoever reads it, I don't know if it's an AI doing it, but it said write like a story. I took the time to write a full ass story about these two people who stranded, or it was like a raft scenario. You're on the raft, you get stranded on the island, and then you got to hold out for how many ever days until you get help. That was like basically the gist of that story. And it was a lot of, oh shoot, oh no, I gotta let you go so I could survive, or whatever, like you making decisions or whatever. I was very inspired by Call of Duty at that time, and sort of like the way I was thinking about it. That's besides the thing. I like to create stories, and I like these ideas that I have in my head. And that was 6th grade me, so that idea is probably not something I want to do now, but I have so many things cooking up in my brain that I just got to get out there. It's like I was watching the Michael Jackson trailer, right? The movie trailer. And he's like, I just got all these ideas that I got to get out there. And I'm like, I got to do that too. I got to do that too. And I think this life, there are so many unconventional, untraditional ways for you to accomplish your dream, right? Like I think I talked about it in my last video. If you want to become a doctor, some sort of technician or whatever, you got to go to school for that, right? You want to help people in the medical field, you got to go to school for that in order to, do that dream of yours, if that is your dream. But I think writers, you don't got to be going to school to get a degree in writing. Like that, I think that, I don't really understand how that works now, but that obviously is going to help you. Like, oh, you got a degree in writing, you want to make stories and this and that. But we have so many ways nowadays to achieve that goal, right? So we have content creation. A lot of content creators use their platforms in order to accomplish that dream. Like Corey, right? He has Monsters We Make. I love it. I got the first 2 volumes right now. I haven't got 3, and I'm not sure if 4 released yet. I haven't kept up in it for a while. But he has his own thing, right? That he became, his dream was, gaming, making YouTube and content. That's what he found. And then from that, he was able to find something that he was able to make himself, right? And I want to make something too. I want to like, if you guys believe in God, I believe in God. All right. God is my number one in my life. So God put if God did it, if the same God that made the earth and made everything can do that, if he did these for everybody else, there's no reason he can't do it for you, because he loves you, right? The reason why he doesn't give it to you just like that is because he knows that you need to go through this training, go through these processes, these tests that he gives you in order for you to do something good that aligns with his plan for you and the world once you get those things, right? So if you have in your heart that you want a house, right? He ain't gonna give you a house right off the bat. Sometimes, sometimes I believe everything that he does is perfect, right? So grace, God gives grace to, even though we don't deserve it, he gives it anyway. That I watch Steve Harvey, y'all. I watch Steve Harvey videos. So shout out to Steve Harvey and his videos. But God sometimes gives grace when you don't deserve it. But he does it anyway because that's the good in him, right? God is the perfect good being. He's a good being, all in all. And losing my train of thought a little bit, but yeah, that he gives you these processes, these tests and whatnot for you to once you get there and once you're on that journey, you're able to help out other people, right? You're able to spread the word. So for me, I feel like a lot of the things that I don't have in my life right now, I'm able to learn for myself. That's what I wanted to say, right? Okay, so he won't give it to you or tell you how you were or when you're gonna get it, because at that point you wouldn't have faith in him, right? So there wouldn't be any point of having faith in him. So he does that in order for you to believe in him and have faith in him. But yeah, going on, that was a little bit off topic. It has something to do with the main topic though. So yeah, I just believe in God, y'all. But finding something that fulfills you, right? You got to find that dream, that thing that God gave you, that God given you, that you naturally do, that you're able to do without thinking much of it. And you got to run with it. Because if you love that thing that he gave you and if you do love it, then you got to chase it. God gives you these dreams in your mind and in your heart for you to chase in order to serve him and in order for you to have the best life you could, right? Like, not saying that as not saying as that like a entitled person, but you're gonna have the best life you ever lived and the most faith in the Lord when you're doing something that, first of all, aligns with his plan, and second of all, right, you are loving a lot of it. It don't gotta be all of it, because you're gonna have days where there's ups, there's downs, there's gonna be parts you don't like about it, right? But all in all, you gotta love the process of that. So a lot of my fears of being on camera, because my dad, if you guys don't know, he has his own channel where he makes fishing videos. There's a lot of haters, bro. There's a lot of haters and people who just say things online that used to scare me for a while, because I'm like, dang, I cannot, like, I don't know how I would deal with that, right? Like, me personally, like, I don't care at all at the end of the day, because those people I'm never gonna meet in my lifetime, and they have nothing to do with me. But it's like, why would somebody spread that message in order to hate somebody, And that just always like pushed me away from making any type of videos. Especially now that I'm older. When I was younger, I was a lot more carefree and just posted whatever. because it was just fun. It was always fun for me to do it. But when I got older, I'm like, dang, I don't know. That's kind of stressful seeing these negative messages, because a lot of negative things that you consume in your life, whether it be your songs, the people you hang around with, words have power, y'all. Words have a lot of power. If you telling somebody to shut up, that in the back of their mind, whenever they're having a down moment, what do you think is gonna pop up? They're gonna hear that shut up in their back of their mind, right? Like when the devil or demons trying to attack them, that's the word that they're gonna hear, right? So I'm not saying be perfect, because we're not perfect. We're humans. We're imperfect human beings. That's what we are. But it's about trying your best and holding yourself accountable, that we're able to be healthier and being more faithful and more on the track, on the path to God, right? Because yeah, words have power, y'all. Words have a lot of freaking power. But that's why you try to consume motivational content. You watching this video is good for you. You watching other people's video, not even just this channel, but if you watching any type of these videos, it only motivates you and makes your situation better, right? If you going out to run and if you're going out to run and the night before you ate a lot of shit, you're in a better position than if you were to just chosen not to run that day because you ate a lot of shit yesterday and then you're over there beating yourself up, right? Because I think that's happened to me before. I think people losing weight, that's happened to them before. But yeah, it's just the fact of you going out and doing it. These small little things build on top of each other the same way as a bad habit will build the same way. Bad habits may build easier because bad habits is your brain trying to make you safe. Bad habits saying you ain't got to do that because this will put you in the best position to be safe and not in harm's way. That's what your brain tries to do naturally, right? That's why you got to build these little things, making your bed, taking care of that cat litter. Like me too, I got to hold myself accountable to that. I've been doing it for the past 3 days now straight. I usually do it every 2 days because I have one cat and she pisses a lot, man. Damn. And then she don't use the other side of the litter box for whatever reason. But that's besides the point. You doing these little habits only gonna help you out. Only gonna help you out. You hold yourself accountable the next day. Always think of it as 1-0, right? Or 0-0. 0-0 is the opportunity to do something good that day. And at the end of the day, you want to say you went 1-0. Every day you want to go 1-0, and then next thing you'll be like, well, somebody comes up to you, what's your track record? Well, I'm 1-0. Every day I'm winning. I'm winning. It don't matter how many wins I got. Like, I know I'm winning every day. So you could go ahead and put up whatever imagination you got of how many times I've won to how many times I've lost. But yeah. All right, y'all. So if you're wondering why there's a word cut there, I kind of went on to talk about a whole nother topic. It's you guys will probably see it in the video tomorrow. But it just talks about identity and being a Cambodian person growing up in America. So yeah, if you guys want to check out that video, leave a like, comment down below, and let me know. I'll post it tomorrow. And yeah, we back to the video, y'all. I kind of straight off path, but finding something fulfilling, right? Finding something fulfilling. I'm probably gonna cut the other part out and just make this outro, right? Finding something fulfilling is, something you gotta go in your life and try it out once and have your heart and soul into it, right? Like I wanna be one of my dreams when I was growing up was making like YouTube videos. Like FaZe Rug was one of my biggest like people I watched every day, and when I finally got to meet him, I was like, I knew the Range Rover, I knew who was driving in the seat, and it was crazy. And I was just like, dang, man. When I first met him, that was so inspiring to see him and shake his hand. My hand, whoo, boy. I had his like OG, his first ever shirt that said Rug. It was like in a diamond logo, RUG. And then it was like sort of like a diamond. I have no clue where that went. But yeah, he's a San Diego dude. And if you guys don't know, I'm a 20-year-old now. My birthday was just yesterday. So I'm a 20-year-old content creator from San Diego, California. And yeah, y'all. Stay grinding. Fulfill whatever God ask of you. And yeah, I'm sorry if you guys don't believe in God and you hate me talking about God. I didn't know you were gonna watch this video, right? Steve Harvey said he didn't know you were gonna show up either. So I respect other religions. I don't hate them. You know, I'm respectful of that. I'm never gonna put something on you, but I'm just saying this is what is working for me. You know, trusting in God, right? Number one of my priorities. No matter how much times like I I go against what God does, you know, trying to stay on track. I'm not perfect. I'm never perfect. It's all about repenting, asking for forgiveness, and taking action, right? Taking action to do better. So if you guys have that dream, fulfilling, and it makes you fulfilled, right? That dream is gonna make you fulfilled, right? You in your lifetime just gotta chase after it one time. You gotta put everything into it, right? You gotta know that you died trying to do it. If you passed away knowing that you tried to do it, I think you could say you lived a good life, right? Cause I'm a do what I gotta do to fulfill these dreams, right? Right? Yeah, I know y'all could do it too, right? I know I could do it. I know anybody watching this video can do it. That's the thing, right? Life is all about opportunity and possibilities and potential. You have so much potential in you that these videos I've been putting off for so long that if you just start and not care, right? You learn from your old videos. Like these videos aren't gonna be the best videos for me when I'm doing better in making videos and speaking, right? But I know this is the foundation to get me where I gotta be. God will get you. This is what I like to say, right? When I'm making these videos, if you guys watch my other video, I got this camera to talk to my daughter, right? God will get you what you need, when you need, now you need. Don't get that last part confused. Now you need, what now you need means is whatever you got right now is what you need. Whatever you have right now in your vicinity, right, that you have is a tool that God has given you, and God has given you that when you needed it, now you needed it. Whatever you have now is what you need, right? So what I'm saying is you don't gotta be like, oh, I gotta go buy this and that. Eventually you're gonna want to, right? To upgrade and learn better, right? But if you can't afford it right now, like if you want to buy a camera, use your phone. Find ways to get your story out there. Find ways to get your thing out there. Get your dream out there, right? So y'all, stay down, stay hustling. Just have fun in life and learn, right? Learn. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. We're gonna stay consistent. We're gonna be on the grind, y'all. So have a good one. Have a good day. Have a blessed day. And I'll see you on the next one, right? All right, peace. Yeah.